So all of this should be review at this point. The vertex, don't forget opposite for x. This is vertex form. Axis of symmetry is a vertical line.
So the x equals is necessary.
And if you don't write x equals, you don't get that point. The leading coefficient is the letter A business. The leading coefficient in this case is -3, which tells you what? It tells you if you go over 1, you go down 3 from the vertex. The range, I'm going to say this is upside down. So it's starting from a height of 2, so you're going to go down.
Height 12, not 2, sorry.
From a height of 12. Inequality notation is the notation we're used to. Interval notation you've seen before, but for a lot of you it's been forever. Okay, so 2 notes. The brackets means is include, and the negative infinity goes on the left. So I'll make a little note. Okay, so notice that negative infinity always goes to the left side of the interval, and positive infinity is going to the right. The brackets means include the endpoint. So the brackets here is for include 12. And since if I was going up, I would include k. I would include whatever that height was at the vertex. So back to converting. If I want to take and rewrite this in standard form, don't forget you need to write x plus 4 twice. Multiply, FOIL out the x plus 4s first, so write the -3 down, and then what? X squared plus 4x and another 4x. Outer, inner, and then last. Okay. Many of you may have noticed that you can add the outer and inner in your head and skip that middle step. Now we distribute the -3. May need a calculator to know what 3 times 16 is. And then finally collect the 2 like terms at the end. Don't add the 12 until the very end. Because it is not a 16, it's a -48, for instance, on this problem. Okay. It's easiest to take factored form out from standard form. So start from standard form. And so I'll write that down again. Factor out the -3 first. When you factor out a common factor, you only use 1 parentheses. So don't try and set up 2 parentheses yet. So the first question is -3 times what to give me the first term? X squared. Then -3 times what to give me the second term? That's too dark. negative 3 times what to give me negative 24x? That would be positive 8x. So notice I'm factoring the negative sign out. Negative 3 times what to give you negative 36? You can use your calculator. Negative 36 divided by negative 3 is positive 12. Then you finished turning it into factored form by breaking up x squared plus 8x plus 12. Let's see, 3 and 4? No, that's not going to give me 8. 6 and 2. And that's the factored form version. If you're having a lot of trouble with factored form, remember that you can graph this and figure out what the x-intercepts are. The x-intercepts are easy to tell from factored form because from factored form, the x-intercepts are just going to be negative 6 and negative 2, for instance, on this problem. Okay, so if I have factored form, how do I turn it into standard form? Same way I just did. I'm going to take and FOIL out the x minus 5 times x plus 3 first. And again, if you can do plus 3x and minus 3x in your head
5.
and say that that's negative 2x, you can save yourself a little bit of space. Distribute the 2. Okay, so to turn standard form into vertex form, the x coordinate of the vertex is negative b over 2a. So I have 2x squared minus 4x minus 30. B is negative 4, so opposite of b is positive 4 over 2 times a. So there. The y coordinate of the vertex you get by plugging it in to y. Now I have two y's. I have y equals the standard form. And so if I plug 1 into that, I'll get 2 minus 4 minus 30 is negative 32. And then if I can plug it in from the original factored form, because that's what y is also.
You don't have to do both of these, though.
Either way, I get a, which is still 2, and then x minus h squared plus k. Okay. Right, so to convert standard form into vertex form, once again, this time it's negative 1. And then k is plug in. And you end up with negative 8. Okay, so it's a x minus h squared plus k. So, factored form, I factor out the 2 first, because every single term has a 2 in it. I'm going to write down the original this time. 2 times what to give me 2x squared, 2 times what to give me 4x, and 2 times what to give me negative 6. Then I just break down that factor. X and x, -3, it's going to be 3 and 1 in opposite signs, and I need more positive, so it's +3 and -1. One small note. We've done this before without going through standard form by plotting the two intercepts, the x-intercepts, and then realizing that the vertex is midway between them. So we can get that same number that way.